Hey, so in this video we're going to go over a static lateral lunge. And it's basically going to be going from a standing position into a lateral lunge position and back to where we started from. Alright, this is going to be now a progression from doing any kind of lateral weight shifting. So now learning how to step into position and load the hip and then come back into a neutral stance. Alright, so again there will be progressions from here, but this is a necessary step to get to a further destination. So we'll start off standing in place, feet are going to be hip distance apart. Again, I like to go hands here, you can go hands wherever you feel most comfortable. This just helps me kind of lock in my position, and I'm going to play around with the arms a little bit now that we're actually moving and try and get the lower half and upper half in sync. Okay, so first I'll start with the lower half. Pelvis tucked, head back, chin in. So that's going to be standard for every time we do an exercise. Just get that posture for the spine really set up. And then manage that as we're doing the movement. So if you can control that during your movement, then it's a good movement for you to be doing. If you can't manage that while you're doing the movement, then it's going to be too progressed for you to be doing the exercise. So you can kind of understand for yourself where you are and what you're ready for. All right, so I have my position, and I know this is going to be my weight shift position. So this is where I did the weight shift in the previous exercise. And what I want to focus on now is, okay, going from this neutral stance to now getting into that lateral stance and shifting the weight into position. Okay, so I'm familiar with where I want to go to. So start from here. I'm going to exhale as I descend and then inhale on the ascent. So loading the hips, lower down, and push off. So now we get a lot more work done than what we did on the weight shift, because now I actually have to push off into position. So I have a lot more action coming up out of exercise. So not only do I have to decelerate on the way down to lower myself down, now I got to accelerate to come back. Exhaling down, again making sure as I go down, as I descend, my knee is going to be in line with the second toe. So it's tracking along that second toe. I want to make sure that when I step and I'm going down, so when I step, I have stability, foot's on the floor, making sure the front and back of the foot are on the floor. Make sure when I'm going down, my knee doesn't track in. And now I'm not loading my pelvis properly, not loading the hips properly, not getting the weight into the glute properly. Okay, so lowering down, coming back up. Step. And I'm going to go as low as possible while I can still manage my spine. So if I feel like I'm going to go here, then I want to go low and then I start bending over. That's too low for me to be going. So I'll have to manage that as well. So I'm going to switch to the other side. And if you want to do it a little more advanced now, where you're getting a little rhythm with the upper body and lower body, so let's say I go back to this side. As I go down to the right, my left arm comes out in front. So I'm loading my right hip. It's almost like when you're walking and you have that reciprocity. So if I switch, so really good to try it just with the arm as well, so you can integrate both the upper and lower half of the body along with the right and left side of the body. And that's going to be your video for the static lateral lunge.